So over the years, I have helped quite a few people plan their trip to Japan, or, they'll come and say, "Hey, my sister's going to Japan for work. Could you sit down with her and help her?" And one of the things that I have found huge misconception is that, well, Japan's a small country. I should be able to see all of it in like a week, for example. Japan is a small country. It's about the size of California. But imagine somebody coming up to you and saying, "Well, on Monday I want to be in San Diego, on Tuesday I want to be in San Francisco, on Wednesday I want to go to Alcatraz," or, whatever. Like, even for California, that's a hard thing to do. Japan is about the size of California size wise, but comparatively, California has about 37 million, Japan has about 88 million. And Japan is about 70 or so percent um, really rugged mountains and volcanic areas, which are not populated. So it gets much more intense and even harder to travel. So, what I'm saying is, sometimes people come to me and they're like, "I want to do this, this, and this on one day." And I say, "That's not possible. You're not going to be able to make it to all three of those places." And so, using this tour company, they have arranged, I think, a really good, amazing amount of places to go in one trip because they know where they are able to go in each day. Now, our trip is going to be taking us to these spots, and I have a detailed itinerary that, you can see what exactly we're doing each day. But this is an incredible journey that, again, I don't think you'd be able to do. I know I couldn't do it if I was just taking public transportation. It's really because of this luxury motor coach bus that's going to take us from door to door that we're able to do all of this in a short amount of time. So our trip does include the hotels, our English speaking tour guide, the meals that are listed in the itinerary. So it's not every meal. And it was interesting talking with the tour guide. They said that, for 20 years they've been doing these trips, and they actually found that Americans don't like every meal to be planned out. Usually the breakfast is at the hotel, and usually a lunch is out while we're doing a tour, but then for dinner they said that the Americans like to be like, "Well, tonight I'd like to try sushi," or "Tonight I want to try Japanese McDonald's," or whatever. And so they started leaving that third meal open as kind of like that adventure time. And it was very funny because she specifically said Americans. And she said the Europeans really like to be still in that group tour mentality, but the Americans like to go out and find their own third meal. So I thought that was kind of cute. Now, these tour package are based on a double or twin room occupancy, but the company did tell me if you're a singleton and you're traveling alone, they will pair same gender people if you request it. So let's say you're a male and you're wanting to go, but you want that little bit of a cheaper rate, which would mean that you'd have to double up in the hotel. They will, see if they can find somebody on our same tour that also is traveling as a single, but they do request that it's same gender. It doesn't include airfare from the US, your passport, required travel insurance, and again, those extra meals that are not in the itinerary. Something that you should know is that there will be a pre-departure orientation. This goes over packing, do's and don'ts, all that kind of stuff. And it can be on Zoom. We don't have to be meeting in person, but just to go over some important things. Also, if there's a minor that's traveling with you, they must be with their parents. And again, if you're taking a minor with you, if they are over the age of 16, they have to carry their own passport on them. It can't be left in the hotel or anything like that. So if you've traveled to other countries, some countries have that requirement, some don't. All right, next video will show exactly what we're doing.